Hi, I'm Charles Davis, and I'm here with Karis Feezell. She is an artist, and she has a really inspirational story that I'm very excited to share with all of y'all. So, Karis, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a painter, right, and an artist,
Yeah.
a visual artist. Also, a very inspirational person from what I've been talking to you about today.
Thank you.
Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Give us a picture of Karis Feezell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 18. I have cerebral palsy. That's just kind of something I automatically tell people because it's slightly obvious and it can be an awkward topic for some people to bring up. But that plays a lot into my art and the story with that. I also live up here on a farm, which is pretty cool. So we've got lots of animals and stuff, so yeah.
That's really cool. So what got you into art and into painting and drawing? Have you always been painting, or has it just been drawing, or give us a story on that?
Yeah, I started drawing ever since I can remember. I didn't start taking art lessons until late elementary school and then into middle school. And before I ever started painting, I would just draw with pencil. I didn't like color, I didn't like crowns, I just did pencil. And I didn't start painting really until about 3 summers ago. I had always painted, you know, a little bit in art class, but I didn't really count that. So yeah, it mainly started 3 summers ago when people started asking me to paint pieces for them. And I thoroughly enjoy both. I can't say I have a favorite one over the other, but yeah, it's been a journey with that.
So how does your cerebral palsy affect your everyday life and how you paint and just, you know, your just general quality of life?
Yeah, when I was born, the cord was wrapped around my neck, and so it cut off my oxygen supply, so I was basically born dead for 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But then the doctors revitalized me, but that left damage to my cerebellum, which sends messages to my body to move. And so now I deal with tremors, so it looks like I'm shivering all the time. So that can sometimes be annoying when I'm painting, trying to stabilize the brush. Also, I have a birth defect in my hands. They were born closed, and so intensive therapy finally got them to open, and now they are slightly normal. They still have issues, but they're much better than when I was born. Mm-hmm. And so with painting, that just kind of, it sometimes frustrates me, but just learning to, you know, kind of just look at it from a different way and try and come at it from a different way if I'm dealing with an obstacle. It helps. And so, like with my tremors, sometimes I'm needing to get all the fine detail in the painting, so I have to stabilize my hand with my face to just kind of get that steady, solid line. And then in everyday life, I've again just learned how to do things differently. Some things I can't do still, like pulling back my hair, small things like that, but then, you know, I can paint. So it's just interesting how it affects different parts of my life. So yeah, it's just kind of been something I've lived with my whole life and just learned how to adapt, if you will. So
yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, you've obviously have some obstacles in your life that you've overcome, and you know, you've really persevered in the fact that you are a great artist, an amazing artist, and your paintings are breathtaking, and
thank you.
And I think they spark a lot of inspiration in me, and I was really moved by your story to come up here. Before we finish up, do you have any extra things you would like to say to people who might have obstacles in their life as well, and like experiences you've gained or knowledge you've gained from your obstacles that you would like to share with others?
Yeah, just the first and foremost thing is just trust that God has it all under control. That took me a very long time to get to that place of trust. And also just looking at life from different perspectives. I used to always look at the negative side of my cerebral palsy, and I didn't fully look at the big picture. I just focused on the negative, and that really left for some dark times in my life. And then I finally just, I guess God started working in me, and He started showing me that there is another way you can look at this. When I was born, I had, the doctor said I had Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. The signs for that showed up in my DNA and in some physical aspects, but the main symptoms, he said I was supposed to have a cleft down my head. I was supposed to be basically like mentally retarded. I was supposed to have a split tongue. I wouldn't be able to talk. All that stuff that could have showed up in my life didn't. And so looking at that, trying to find the good in life is really important to focus on. And so yeah, I just spent a very long point in my life. I just wasted focusing on the negative. I can't do this, I can't do that. And then God was showing me, yes, you can do this, and this could have happened, but it didn't. And so just trying to find, just trying to find the positive side of life and that different perspective. So yeah, it can definitely help, and just trusting that God has your future in His hands, and that He is completely in control, and He doesn't want to harm you. He wants to prosper you. And so just remembering that kind of helped me keep me on track. So
that's really good. That's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing a piece of yourself with us, and thank you for sharing your art. Karis has a portfolio posted on the Amalgamate website, so be sure and check that out. I urge you with all of my being to do that. It is amazing art.
Thank you so much.
She is a skilled artist. And thank you, Karis, for joining us today and sharing your story.
Well, I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.